Anyway, so why don't we like to finish up the show talking about the boobs, if you don't mind?
No, of course.
So, you know what I find really fascinating is that it seems like there's this kind of big boob goth subculture that has developed now, I think, in the
There's
last...
a few of us.
Yeah, in the I don't know if it's a more recent thing, because obviously huge boobs would always be looked at as more as a, you know, I guess I'll just say a non-goth attribute.
Yeah.
But now it seems like it's becoming a you know, more of a thing. And I don't know, I mean, is that something that...
I mean, like, there's like the big titty goth GF trope, but that's usually like, you know, like a D to F cup situation, not usually like an extra large boob situation. But there's like a few of us now that are like heavily tattooed and like, you know, do mostly gothic content.
Well, there's a woman in Spain. Have you seen her?
I love her.
You know,
I love her.
I think her name is like Mommy Lucifera.
Yeah, Luciferia.
Thank you.
She follows me, and it like when she followed me, I was like, oh.
Yeah, she follows me too, which
oh my god, I'm obsessed with her. Like I like, oh my god, I just
if you met her, I
would die. I would literally die. Yeah. No, like I don't fangirl for many people, but like I'm like playing with my hair tie. Like I'm nervous. Like I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah. Well, she's gorgeous. She's
oh my
amazing.
god, she's incredible. I just like. There's just something about the tiny waist with the huge boobs and the tattoos and the long black hair or long white hair. There's I can't remember her name, Adore Kitty or something. She's also very heavily tattooed, and she just does like latex corsets and like boobs, and her lips are so big. Oh my god.
When there was Mary Magdalene, she was another one. I know she's had some.
She downsized, but she just blacked out her entire chest, which I'm like, I might sub to her OnlyFans just to see the blacked out chest, because that's like her boobs are still big. They're still, I think, like either 800 or 1,000, which is still like bigger than a regular implant.
Exactly, yeah.
So like I really want to see what it looks like blacked out, because like, oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah. So then what was it that like, so did you always like huge, like what did you like huge boobs when you were younger, and you're like, oh, I want that?
I knew I wanted implants from a very young age. I didn't like how my natural breasts look. I just didn't like the shape of them. So my first surgery, I asked for like large implants. I said I wanted porn star boobs. And like the surgeon I went to was like award winning, but that was for like women in their mid to late 30s who
Doctors
wanted
can
like
win an award for boobs?
He was
or just for his
surgery.
Just the surgery. Okay.
And he did like very
that's
natural.
award-winning work.
Yeah.
So
he did very natural boobs. So like I was very disappointed with my first boob job. Everyone thought they were natural. Like they all were like, oh, I didn't even know you had a boob job. So my spouse told me about expanders and about a model who had them. And so I reached out to her and asked her some questions about it. And I think it was like a month and a half later that I booked for it. So once I learned about them, I had to have them.
So obviously, you're at 4,000 now, and that's 4,000 each side?
Each side.
Okay. And so, I mean, what does that feel? I mean, are they heavy? Like what?
Yeah.
Okay. Because so I will say you have the crown right now for the largest boobs on the show.
Really?
So far.
That's nice.
So, I mean, but then
I just hit 4,000 this month.
Nice. Okay. So then, and those are expanders that you have in there. So, because I've had other people on here that have expanders. So when they first get put in, how big were they?
1,000.
They were 1,000.
Yeah. I went from 650 to 1,000.
Okay. And then, but since that 1,000, when did you get those put in?
2.5 years ago, summer 2.5 years ago.
And how often do you go in for the fills?
Well, I was going in, like, I didn't go for a fill for like the first year that I had them, because I was like, that sucked. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But then I went back for a fill, and I did a larger fill than my surgery was. So I did 350 for my surgery, and then I did 375 for my fill, and it was awful. So, I didn't go again for a while, and then did I do another 375 after that? Yeah, I think I did another 375 after that, and then a 250 after that. And then after that, I started doing small fills, because I was like, this is so hard on your body. Like, because mine are under the muscle. So every time I fill, I'm stretching my pectoral muscles.
Okay.
And it's really hard. So I started doing 100 or 150 cc fills, and like those I can still feel, but like only for a day instead of for 2 weeks. So it's just so much more comfortable. So then
when they got to the size, like as they got bigger and bigger and bigger, were you getting happier with them as they kept getting bigger?
Oh my gosh. So like my first 3 fills were noticeably larger every time. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm like bigger. Like I love the post fill extra roundness. Like that's my favorite part. So like, but then as I was doing the hundreds, like I would still like, I'd sit up from the fill. I'd be like, oh yeah, they're heavier and they're rounder again. But I would get used to it so fast. So like, I only noticed that my boobs are significantly bigger when I go back and look at my pictures from like 6 months ago, a year ago. I'm like, oh,
it's so it's interesting.
Like, I've sized up so gradually that like I didn't notice how big they were getting. Like they just look normal to me. Like I look down, I'm like, yeah, they're big, but they're like that's like regular big, right? Like that's normal. And then like it's only like when I look in the mirror before I get in the shower or like turn to the side and like see the whole side profile and how far I stick out that I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, they're pretty big, I guess.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm curious, are you like, do you want to go even larger from here?
Yeah, I have a goal size. Yeah.
Okay. And what would that?
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's
okay.
A secret.
All right.
But I'm hoping to hit it within the next year.
Okay, great. Well, I'm sure that everybody who loves the boobs will be excited to see you grow. So then, like, because what's your favorite thing about them?
The roundness, like that's
shape.
the thing that I really wanted about like with fake boobs is I wanted that like that super porn starry, perfectly round, spherical boobs. Like I wanted like balloons on my chest.
Yeah,
and like that's what I have now, and I think it looks really nice.
No, it does. Like